Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Andre, the host of our channel, and today I'm with one of my really good friends whose name is Fred. Fred happens to own a 2017 Lamborghini SV Aventador. He's had this car for a little bit under a year now. He loves driving it, drives it all the time. I met Fred through the car community, and his car is a beautiful satin green wrap. It looks amazing. It's absolutely stunning. I believe under the wrap it's white, but we like it wrapped like this, and I think he's gonna keep it for a while. This car makes 750 horsepower. It is an LP 754 SV. This car is all-wheel drive, and you know, he and I have been wanting to race for quite some time now. It's an absolutely beautiful spec on this car. It's got all of the pin lining all around the car. The tires have the white wall writing on it. The car itself is an absolute monster. We think it's been tuned from the previous owner. It does launch really, really hard, but I did tell him, I promised him, he and I and the ACR would go out for a race. You guys know me better than anybody else does. I don't turn down a race, and I don't care if the car is all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive. We'll make it happen. So I told him I'd go out there today, race him on a launch race and race him on a roll race and see what happens. I'm going to be running a 250 shot on the ACR today. All the while he is stock and we believe a tune. He does have a muffler delete, so it does shoot flames, and it is really, really loud. This car is one of the best sounding Lamborghinis I've ever heard. Obviously it's a V12. Obviously it's straight pipe from the headers back, so it has a catless exhaust system on it, and it does shoot a lot of flames. My thoughts on the race preliminary: it'll be a fun race off the line. I think he's gonna jump on me probably about a car and a half. I'm gonna gotta put down a lot of power to pull him back in and actually pass him, and I don't know if we're gonna have enough room in Mexico City out here to make that happen, but we're gonna do our best, and then we're gonna do a roll race. I think I will have him on the roll race. I've raced these before on a roll. They're a lot of fun. They hang for a minute, and once we hit the higher speeds, the ACR with the nitrous, of course, pulls on it. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen off the line. He launches it really hard. I think he said it's set at 5,500 RPM to launch this thing. It is all-wheel drive, so it is gonna hook and it is gonna book. So let's jump right into it, you guys. I'm gonna do some B-roll for you guys and show you guys more about this car. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do my best and try to lower my tire pressure right over here. Obviously the SV launched really hard against me and I couldn't do anything, so my tire pressure right now, it shows about 28 psi. We're gonna lower that to about 22 psi and see if we can get anything going here with our launch. But the tires are pretty warm right now. It's actually pretty darn warm. If you guys don't know what happens to tire pressure, once tires heat up, your tire pressure increases. The reason why is because the air molecules in there, they start dancing around and moving around a lot quicker than they would if they were cold. That's what causes the tires to expand. So a lot of times in drag racing, you'll see people with really low tire pressure to help with their traction. So right now it's showing about 23 psi. We're gonna drop it 1 more psi to 22, and hopefully we can get this guy off the line. But man, that thing is launching so hard. I don't know if we can do it. I mean, he's a pretty good launcher on this car. I've seen some Lambo guys that have no idea what they're doing, and I beat them off the line. But this guy, he's probably launched 100 times in his life. So all right, let's come over to this side now. Let's see what we got. Tire pressure is showing 28 psi. We're also gonna drop this one down to 22 psi. Get out there and do one more time before I hang my head up and call it an L for the launch. But the roll race was pretty good. The first one was obviously with NITROUS. You know what? I just realized I didn't have my front cam on the first race. I had the rear camera on. The first rear cam you guys saw was a 45-mile-an-hour hit. The second one was a 50-mile-an-hour hit, no NITROUS. So it was a good comparison. Obviously with NITROUS we go harder, but it was still a fun run, needless to say. All right, we got right at a 22.5 psi. Let's drop this down a little bit more, and we are at 22. Perfect. Look at the sticky tires. So you totally screwed me on the line, just like I thought it was gonna happen. I'm like, all right, 1, 2, 3, up. There it goes. Let's do it again. So we're swapping cars. I'm in the SV Aventador. This thing is awesome. The first thing I noticed is the space in here. It's so spacious. I mean, I have all the room in the world to move my arms around, and it's my first time in an Aventador actually. I have a friend whose name starts with an S and ends with an A, and I've known the guy for a number of years, and he's never taken me out in either his SV or his SVJ. But here we are. So Mr. S with starting with an S and ending with an A. I love you, bro. We're gonna launch this thing.
Hold on to your lily white butts.
Jesus! Jeez! Oh my God! Wow! Holy shit!
I looked up, he was dead. I said, whoa, what? Wait a second.
Yeah, I had no chance against the line. Wow. Holy crap. Dude, this launch is harder than any GTR I've ever been in my life. Oh my god. What did we launch at?
5,000 RPM.
5,000 RPM. Holy crap. I didn't expect that, you guys. I didn't expect that at all. I knew we were going to do it, but I didn't know that it was going to be that hard. Wow. That is impressive. All right, you guys, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking by wanting to go off the line with this guy. This thing launches so hard, and we're lucky enough to have a generous friend like Fred over here do it for a second time for us. So I've never experienced a launch like that before. I've been in 1,200 horsepower GTRs, and no shade on you guys. Your cars are great, but it doesn't launch this hard. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. It doesn't launch this, and this is street tires. Zero wheel spin. We launch at 5,000 RPM. And the car jolts to 60 in like 2.5 seconds. It's crazy. We're lining up here with the window down so you guys can hear this exhaust. It is beautiful. The exhaust note, the acceleration. Oh God, I don't know if I'm ready. Back here or something. It was so hard. My camera even shifted forward, and this thing is pretty tight. Oh my God. That's no bull, guys. I'm not even exaggerating that. Obviously I have a fast car, but we might have pulled like 2 G's on that launch. I don't know what the hell we just did, but that was pretty crazy. What an experience. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
Thank you. So you used to have a Huracan before this one. What made you upgrade from the Huracan to the Aventador? Not just an Aventador, but an SV Aventador.
I was too big for the Huracan.
The size-wise, I mean, this is so spacious.
This one drives way better.
It's a lot more nimble, it seems like. It's a lot more fine-tuned around corners, and it's a lot more controlled, I feel like. I mean, I've driven a Huracan before. I've been in many Huracans. I've even driven a twin-turbo Huracan, and
this one you have a control of it.
yeah, I mean, I've launched those cars, but this thing was something else. I don't know. I mean, wow. We're gonna hop into the Viper now, and I want to give a ride in my car with the NITROUS. You ever been in a NITROUS car before? No NITROUS cars. All right, so the car makes around 875 at the wheels right now, so I'm excited to put you in that car and, you know, see your reaction to that thing. We're gonna do the same Mexico run that we just did, and we're gonna have some fun in the Viper now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are now in the ACR, and NITROUS is open. Let's see if the purge is working. We're on a lot of air right now, you guys. It looks like we're short on NITROUS. Wow, we use a lot of NITROUS today. Sorry, man. I had to. This, maybe we can get something out of these tanks, at least a little bit. Oh, that's okay. All right, that's not good. You guys are the next time. I see a little bit. We should be okay for 1 NITROUS pool, but nothing more. All right, so you excited for this ride?
Definitely. That would have been actually.
Never been a Viper. Well, you had a 2006 once, right?
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, yeah.
Well, was it new when you got it, right?
Yeah, it was brand new, but I was never on the passenger. I was always a driver.
Well, you're in for a treat, my friend. The freeway in Mexico is looking pretty good right now. From the Lamborghini. If you guys think about the dynamics of the car, this car revs to about 8,000 or 8,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Redline's 8,500 RPM. It's a 12-cylinder and it's a 6-liter, right? 6.5 liter 12-cylinder versus a low revving. It revs to 6,300 RPM. Sure, I go to 6,800, but it's okay. But there's no comparison as far as the power band, the response to it. It's a very different car, and both cars are obviously very fast. You guys saw what happened up the line. I got dusted, but on the roll race, he got dusted, and that's the engineering that you get with like an American muscle car that's rear-wheel drive that has, you know, I call it a muscle car or a supercar, an exotic car, whatever you want to call it. It's all that power to the rear wheels with the launch control that, quite frankly, doesn't even work. Those races were with no launch control because it's absolutely useless. It just spins tires. His car has launch control, and it's obviously very effective. You guys saw 3 minutes ago what happened when I was in the passenger seat of that car. It was crazy. I've never launched like that before in my life, and it's really, really impressive. I mean, I've never been in a car that launches so hard. But then you look at the roll racing power, you put them side by side in a roll race, and you've got the American car with a lot more brute power. Now, it's really interesting to see how it all goes down, because stock for stock, it's got 750 horsepower in his car. He weighs more than I do. Your car weighs how much?
6,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, so it's a very heavy car, whereas my car weighs, 3,300 pounds. So we've got a huge margin of weight. But to know that motor, that transmission, that drivetrain could hurtle all that weight forward on an all-wheel drive platform so efficiently, and you've launched your car like over 100 times, right?
About like 40 times.
That's a lot of times on a car like that. And most Lambo owners, if you guys are listening to this, no shit on you either, but you gotta launch your cars, man. It's so much fun. That's what they're built for.
And drive it every day.
Drives it every day. He's had the car for about a year. He's probably put about 7,000 miles on the thing. That's why we have these cars, so we have fun with them. The other day we were chatting, and he saes, I want to go for a run. We'll do a launch and a roll race. I think he knew that the roll race I'd probably win, but I think he well knew the launch race he was going to win.
You have no chance for that.
These are my tire marks when we launched. Have a look at this. This burnout mark right here on the floor. Those are my marks on the ground when we launched it. If you guys, I'll go reverse here so you guys can have a look. Look at those marks. That's when I launched it. My launch, and look at his right next to us. There was no marks next to us because he just hooked and booked. And that's what they say about all-wheel drive. You just hook them and book them. So this is his lines right here. The second one. When I was in his car, those were his marks. That is it. And from here on forward, sayonara, sucker. If I was on nitrous, which I didn't use, we would have blown the motor. But good thing we weren't on nitrous, because it would have gone poof. Our motor would have been sitting on the on-ramp. We would have to call the MTA to come pick us up. Alright guys, so we just got back to Mexico. And I gotta say, I'm really, really impressed with the SV Lamborghini Aventador. I didn't know what to expect. I've never been in one. Like I said, it's my first time riding in an SV or any Aventador. And again, if your name starts with an S and ends with an A and you have an SV and an SVJ, I'm talking to you, you suck. Because Fred over here was gracious enough to take me for a spin, launched it 2 times, and we were able to do some roll racing today, and we also did a few launch races, which I got to go back there and find my ass because I left it on the on-ramp. But what were your thoughts about the Viper?
That was great.
Were you expecting it to be that much power?
No, I wasn't expecting that.
But you knew you were going to beat me off the line.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But on a roll race, did you think you're going to beat me?
No.
You knew you had no chance.
Yeah.
But so I call it 1-1. He's got me on the line. I've got him on a roll. So I'm going to try to figure out my launch a little bit better on this thing. It's really difficult to do. And he's going to sit there and just probably still beat me. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. Thanks for showing up today, man. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All the subscribers, his Instagram name is right down here and also in the description. So please, guys, shoot him a follow. It is called Green Bull. Green, yeah, not Red Bull.
No,
you had
green.
that this morning, but a Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a Red Bull this morning and he's driving a Green Bull. I see what you did. It's GRENBULLLL, 4 L's. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. See you soon.